Okay, well, good morning, guys. Good morning, everyone. Whatever time zone you're all watching this, we are welcome back to the another Mandalorian Roundtable. I'm joined again by Steve and Luke. Uh, Tyler is, I think, asleep or whatever. You know, it's just his life. He can do whatever he wants. But he'll more likely pop in a few minutes. So we'll just get right into it. But yeah, we're here to talk about the Mandalorian Chapter 12, The Siege. Yeah, it's another filler episode. But before I get right onto talking about that, I just want to say one thing. I hate you, Luke, because you were right. You were right. Oh
I
my.
too.
Yeah. You and Steve said it. My bad.
So you hate Luke and you don't hate me. That's all.
Okay. You said it last week. You said it more like, she's not gonna come in. But Luke was very like, she's not gonna come in. Blah blah blah. They're gonna fix up their crappy car. They're gonna do all this. They're gonna do another.
Luke called it so. Luke said the beginning of the episode spot on. He's like, look, the beginning of the episode is gonna be, we're not gonna make it too far with this. Let's stop off somewhere and repair this ship.
Yeah. Dude, you have no idea
how I put the episode on. I'm like fucking Luke right at the beginning of this episode.
Right?
It comes with the perks of having the name of one of the main characters of Star Wars.
That's true. You have no idea how upset I was waking up. I didn't stay up till 2. I woke up at 5 because I couldn't go to sleep right, and then I started watching. But the first 2 minutes really. The minute they're
up until 2. I got up at 5 a.m. to watch it.
Like the minute Baby Yoda and him were like eating or drinking their soup, and they're like, "Oh, we're not gonna get far. We have to go for repairs." I was like, "Damn it, Luke! I hate this so much." And so I'm not trying to be like I don't know. I'm not trying to jinx myself, but I kind of want to. Now I'm kind of curious where your theories are going to in the next 2 episodes, considering the fact that one of the other things I wanted to say, somebody pointed this out online, how all the footage from the 2 Mandalorian trailers, the official one and the ESPN one, the NFL one that came out, all footage is done now. Like we've only from the trailers, we've only seen the first 4 episodes, and that's about it. Yeah. And so now it's like, there's nothing to predict, honestly, unless you obviously whatever shows in the episode, but there's nothing really like full on proof to predict for the next episode. Like before, what do you call it? With the footage they had, you could easily people say like, oh, Sabine's gonna show up, or he's gonna be another Mandalorian, or yada yada, all that stuff. But now it's like,
I know. A quick note on that. Great job by Disney's marketing team.
Yeah.
Because you have to carefully do that if you get to halfway through the season, and all of a sudden all the stuff that's been shown in the trailer has already been shown. You let half the season that's a nice job by Disney. You guys ever been to a movie where you get to the last Warcraft?
Yeah. Well, that's what I was so disappointed in the last Star Wars movie, because if you wouldn't have told me that the Emperor was coming back in the previews, I would have been more surprised.
Yeah.
That's what made me mad. The movie previews show everything pretty much, honestly, anymore. I mean, there might be a couple spoilers here and there, but if you would have told me the Emperor wasn't coming back, by the way, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen the new Star Wars yet,
it's a year
the Emperor is back. But anyway, I do give them credit, like Steve said, they got the first couple episodes out. Now we're like, oh, but I do give them credit because honestly, I felt like previews anymore just show so much of the movie that you're like, fuck, dude. I wanted to actually watch it.
Yeah. The one thing that I kind of noticed with Disney, at least in the beginning when they first got Star Wars, is how they did used to keep a lot of secrets. Because I remember the Force Awakens trailer, nothing. There was nothing really information. I don't even know who Kylo Ren, what his lineage was to. I thought for a while,
they just put out his mask and were like, we're gonna sell toys.
Yeah. Dude, since they didn't say much, I used to think oh, he's a Luke clone or something like that. And I used to remember that was fun. And then when they showed it, I was like, oh, okay. But later on, towards their ending of their sequel trilogy, they kind of like, it's not they dropped the ball. There was still some secrets, but stuff like the Emperor and things like that weren't really kept hidden. So when it comes to the Mandalorian, I think it's obviously it's really smart of them to keep only the first 4 episodes. The trailer they showed during Monday Night Football, I remember the last shot was Mandalorian using his jetpack and flying off to the ledge or something, and they made it look all epic. It made it look like it was like he was doing something like maneuvering stuff. Yeah. This episode, it's like, oh no, he's just flying to.
He's just going that way.
Yeah.
He's just heading that way. That's it. Cut scene right there.
Yeah. It's like it was weird because I was like, man, this is like the iconic shot they put for their trailer, and it was like, it was nothing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I give them a lot of credit for at least keeping the first 4 episodes just for trailer footage, and I'll talk about this part like towards the end of the episode, but considering the fact that the next episode is nearly an hour long, there's an hour long plus 3 episodes that have yet to show up not even like 10 seconds of footage. That's crazy for me. I don't know. But
think about how long our reviews go for the 30 to 35 minute episodes. The 3-4 of us can come up with a lot to talk about in 35 minutes when we've seen bits of what's going to be in the show.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just hoping
next episode's going to be like a 2-hour special.
We're going to be a part 1 and part 2.
Yeah, the first hour is just going to be me talking about like, all right, guys, you're just going to sit here. I'm going to talk about everything Ahsoka, and you're forced to sit here and listen. I'm joking.
Yes.
No, I promise I won't, or I'll try to restrain. So with this episode, there was a lot of really cool things about it. I don't really have that many questions about it, but I will say like a lot of like notes that I did like. One of the main ones amongst the whole list is that this episode was directed by Carl Weathers. The guy, he's one of the main characters in this episode.
Mark, I know who Carl Weathers is.
I know. I'm just for the listeners, for whoever's. I know you.
I've seen Predator.
Yeah, I know. I know you know him. I'm pretty sure Luke knows him. So, and I'm pretty sure Tyler, because he's his brother, knows him. So, Luke's brother. So,
if you're listening to this and you don't know who Carl Weathers is, go watch Predator.
Yes, please watch Predator. Or, wait, there was another movie he was in.
Or you can watch Rocky. He's Apollo Creed.
Yeah.
The man.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is like Carl Weathers is like a national treasure, and we have him in Star Wars shows now.
Yes. Yeah. No, he's really awesome. I really amongst Rocky and Predator, the other thing that I like him in is he only comes out in a few episodes, but he plays himself. Well, he plays a character. He plays a caricature of Carl Weathers. Arrested Development.
Oh my God, my husband.
You're married to Carl Weathers?
What's going on? Why are you here? Why aren't you in Boston? Who's he?
His name is Carl Weathers, and he's my new acting teacher. And Lindsay, he's teaching me all these valuable life lessons.
I buy all my cars at police auction.
He's full of stuff like that.
Considering the fact that this episode is directed by him, I really like that he added in all that action, like badassery, like from Predator and stuff into this episode. Most of the comedy bits that they showed, like with Baby Yoda or the receptionist guy or anything, they did remind me of Arrested Development, where it's just like random banner, but they're just having like fun with it. So I don't know
Carl Weathers is also Chubbs and Happy Gilmore.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
So
damn,
if you don't know who he is, then you're just like I don't even know how you're listening to this episode.
Yeah.
If you don't know who Carl Weathers is,
you should not be on the internet.
Yeah. It's like, whoever listens to this on my channel, respectfully, like I talk a lot about pop culture movies. I'm pretty sure I brought up Predator at some point, and it's you kind of have to watch it. I knew, dude. I didn't even think I forgot about Happy Gilmore. I hate that I forgot about that.
It's all in the hips, Mark.
It's all in the hips.
Oh my God! I would have
loved it. All you need is goofy pants and a fat.
Oh my god. I would have loved if he added that line somehow, like just like not in that like in the jokey tone, but like him using the gunner.
If he added any lines from any of his movies in any way, like even he could have done it so simple of yelled to Mando, get to the ship.
Yeah. That would have been amazing. One of the Easter eggs that I didn't know, but I shared it on our group page was the IG-11 statue in the background.
And, didn't see that. Yeah.
And now since you guys mentioned Rocky, I was thinking, is that just a normal statue? Like, oh yeah, obviously it's honoring IG-11, but is that like a Rocky reference since he has a statue?
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't think about that till now.
Okay. Wow.
So,
I mean, that's if you really want to think hard
right?
into movies.
Deep dive.
Yeah, if you want to deep dive.
Yeah.
Oh man. That's. I mean, I guess because this episode they had like a lot of like little fun, stuff going on. A lot of fun Easter eggs. I was gonna ask like, what did you guys think of this episode? Was there anything that came? Starting with Steve, I guess. What do you think that was fun, cool? What did you do?
I think maybe I should go by Darth Reisner when I have this hood on.
Yes.
And we're doing Darth Reisner. I think I like that. I don't know why I just came up with that, but we'll throw that at. But I mean, look, it was a good episode. Yeah, it was another filler episode, which we all knew was coming, but like it was a filler, but like at the same time, it brings Moff Gideon back into the fold for the season without even showing him. Yeah, which was a major part for them to do. Obviously going back there to seeing Carl Weathers and Gina Carano was fun. I like how they utilize Gina Carano in this. They let her do some of her fighting skills. Yeah. It would kind of be a waste of Gina Carano being in it if you didn't have her do some sort of hand-to-hand combat. So I like that utilization. That whole ending, like Carl Weathers in the back of that tank thing or whatever they were in, trying to shoot down the TIE fighters and the speeders. That was pisser. Again, Mando, this poor dude just comes here like, hey, just figuring to come visit my old friends. My ship needs repairs. I'll pay for it. And they're like, you know what? While you're here, while we're working on the ship, how about we go rob this Imperial base? Yeah, for some weapons.
Blow up
onto your mechanic and been like, hey man, I gotta fix the heater. There's a couple $100, whatever. And he's like, yeah, that's good. Hey, listen, while I'm working on the car, you got some free time, right? Do you want to go rob a stash house?
Yeah, pretty much. And he's just like, okay.
Yeah, he's just like, sure. All right. Gina Carano doesn't even say hello. She just comes in like, can we talk business?
Yeah.
I need to lay out the action sequences for this episode, guys.
Yes.
And then the end of it, I mean, no wonder this dude needs repairs on his ship so many times. He just gets this thing brand new, spanking repaired. He's like, fuck it, I'm gonna play chicken with a TIE fighter.
Yeah.
Like, dude, come on, man. Like, if I was the mechanic again, I would have been sitting down there in the ground. Like, I just fixed that thing for you, man. Now you're gonna go do that?
Like, it literally took maybe 6 hours. That's a freaking miracle compared to how it looked earlier. So it's like,
and now who are these mechanics that they have on this planet? Is this like the mechanics hub of the fucking world? Because it looked like they did a damn good job on this fucking shit that has been through hell and back so far this season.
The ramp don't even come all the way down.
Now it's just flying perfectly fine. He's like, oh yeah, we're in it now, dude. It's like brand new.
Yeah,
just fresh off the lot.
Yeah.
It's funny when you mentioned the whole asking a favor thing, because for me, the way I saw it was more like, getting the car repaired or the ship repaired, and then his I guess because he's friends with Cara Dune and Carl Weathers, and not the blue guy, but I felt like, it's a mission. But it's him hanging out with his friends, doing another stupid little mission. I think that one, he was like, he was cool with it. Like,
no, that one again, it's like, as much as it's annoying, because like I mean, we just see it now. Every time he goes to do anything, they're like, yeah, but first, we have to do something. It's like, wow, even his friends do it. But like, I mean, I guess if it were any one of us.
Yeah.
Like in that situation would be like, yeah, dude, fucking for my boy Carl Weathers, and like, how do you say no to Carl Weathers?
Yeah.
Right.
You can't say no to him. He was in Predator.
He died in Predator, but he's still great. Like, he was in Predator.
Yeah, but him and Arnold, like, they grasp hands when they handshake and flex together.
Oh my god.
For like 30 seconds of screen time, because it was the 1980s and they had muscles and the screenwriters were on cocaine.
Yeah.
Would you have flipped if he did that handshake with Mondo when they first arrived?
Oh my god.
Like that? That would have been badass. I would have been like, oh
my god.
That's the only callback I need. That would have been great. But that's just what about you, Luke? Is there any episode was there anything that stood out with this episode?
I have a lot, actually.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
cool.
First of all, the beginning with the two wires, hilarious.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Oh my god. That was
hilarious because it instantly.
Put the red one. Where the blue one was.
It instantly reminded me of like Baby Groot and the bomb.
Yeah. It reminded me.
He's like, if you press this one, we have 5 minutes. If you press this one, we die now. And he's like, Groot, I'm Groot. And he's just like, no, don't put them together. And he's just like,
don't let them touch. Don't let them touch.
It was so fun. Like, that's one of the best funny scenes with Baby Yoda probably so far. I guess fast forward, is this Darth or not Darth? Jesus, is that Snoke?
That is actually one of the things I wanted to talk about. I think yes, maybe.
Okay.
Because a lot of fans were saying online how when they first show the tubes and stuff, you hear Snoke's theme for like a few seconds, and like you have said, and I agree, nothing is really coincidental in this franchise. And music plays a lot of part in this, because I know, like, when it comes to any of the shows, they utilize the music a lot to incorporate something important. Like, I know I'm going to bring this up, but it'll only be for 10 seconds. In Clone Wars, the last 4 episodes, the episode when they're going to Mandalore, they play the exact same music when Obi-Wan and Anakin are going to Coruscant. And Barstool Sports actually made a comparison video showing that these events happen concurrently at the same time. They're using the music to show that Ahsoka going to Mandalore and Anakin and Obi-Wan saving Palpatine happening around the same time. And then they confirmed it on later words. So, showing a few seconds of Snoke's theme when they show the tubes, it has to be for that. That's my, that's my little nerd educated guess. It makes sense why they want Baby Yoda, because, and they even said it, like, they don't call it midichlorians because I guess that's something fans are annoyed with, but they call it M count. So, and they say, he has a high M count. I'm like, hey, that sounds better than midichlorians. That actually sounds kind of cool. But
high midichlorian count.
Yeah.
Right? It sounds too nerdy, even for me. I'm like, midichlorians.
Like, come on, guys. We know we're nerds, but like, you got to give us make it seem like a little badass so we don't feel as nerdy.
Yeah.
It's Samurai Space Wizards.
Right.
Yeah.
Just keep reminding yourself that and you don't feel like as much of a nerd.
Yeah.
Like, Samurai Space Wizards. All right, that's bad.
So
but yeah,
I definitely think that's Snoke. Tyler, if he hops on, he's like, "What do you mean?" And I'm like, "Bro,
really?"
I said that. First of all, it looks like Snoke, but second of all, in the last movie, they talk about all of the dark cloning, all of all that stuff. Cloning facilities and everything that never shut down because the Emperor. I was like, that's definitely him. So then they referenced the fact that they had success with the blood for 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
They had a specimen that survived 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And then the body failed them after they tried to transfuse them again with blood from Baby Yoda.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh shit, Baby Yoda's going to bring fucking Snoke to life. I'm like, oh fuck, that's crazy. That'd be a crazy twist.
I mean, that would be a great
Mithril
of this show.
Mithril shitting himself, pretty much. That was fucking hilarious.
Oh yeah,
when he just dispersed whatever that was out of his neck, fucking hilarious.
That was pretty funny.
What there was a couple other things. So there was that. There was Snoke. And then, I don't know, it'll come to me. But all in all, stop complaining of filler episodes.
I don't.
If you are not entertained, hit yourself in the fucking head with a hammer. If you're not entertained. Okay? Then just don't watch it. Because it's going to happen.
And that's... How many shows have filler Like, every show has
every
filler
show in
episodes.
America. Every show in America.
Breaking Bad got critically acclaimed for having an episode that has nothing to do with the series.
Yeah.
When Jesse and Walt chase a fly around the meth lab for an entire hour.
I remember that. Yeah.
And it got critically acclaimed. That's a filler episode.
Yeah.
All right?
Yes.
You know what the irony of all that is? Is that the Fly episode in Breaking Bad was directed by Rian Johnson, who directed The Last Jedi. So a lot of...
And The Last Jedi was just a filler movie.
Yes! Yeah. Thank you. Exactly. So, and everyone loves it. Everyone, not everyone, but like a lot of people give it a lot of critical acclaim and all that stuff. But it's a filler, nothing important. Oh, okay, important stuff happens.
But I loved it the first time I watched it, just like I did The Force Awakens. And I watched it again, and I was like, oh.
Yeah. It has its moments, but nothing. I mean, I have more moments with Rise of Skywalker, and people don't like that one. But
I was just gonna say, I don't know, maybe I'm weird, but like I thought Rise of Skywalker was probably the best of the three movies.
I'm still trying to figure that out myself. But I do like it more.
To me, it's Force Awakens, but out of those three, it's Force Awakens.
You mean A New Hope Redux?
Oh no, it's fun. It's a good episode.
I just think here in like 15 to 20 years, we're gonna be like, why the fuck did we have three different directors?
Oh, of course we are. I'm
like,
already saying that. But you're not in 15 to 20 years. I'm saying that now.
Why?
Yeah, I have to tell this story to you guys because you just reminded me of with Force Awakens.
Mm-hmm.
So I went opening night, obviously, to Force Awakens. Now this is Force Awakens opening night. This is like the nerds' night out. We own that fucking theater that night. You don't come in there if you don't know what's going on.
Right.
So I don't know how this dude, for all I know, the relationship could have ended like after the movie. But he's got his broad with him. He's got his girlfriend with him sitting next to me. The Millennium Falcon lands on the whole fucking place. We've seen the Millennium Falcon for the first time in 30 years. The whole place is going absolutely wild.
Yeah.
And I hear this broad go, "What's that?"
Get the fuck out.
Like, oh, fuck. I'm like, oh, God damn it. And then they're talking about, we got to find, this map to help us find Luke.
Yeah.
And she leans over, whispers to him, "I don't get it. Who's Luke and why is he so important?"
Get the fuck out.
And I'm like, dude, I so bad wanted to turn around and be like, don't come in here on this night. See this in 4 days.
Yeah.
Come
Don't
see this
procreate.
4 days from now. Give us our night, man. Like, come on. Why are you at the 7th?
You're the reason why people can't get tickets.
Why,
oh my
lady.
why are you at the 7th movie in the series on opening night if you don't even know the goddamn series? And oh, that one's just always bothered me. I'm sorry for going on my little rant, but that
Get
just,
the fuck out.
Yeah,
that one drove me nuts that night, and it's always driven me nuts because I don't understand why you're there that night.
Unbelievable.
I remember last year I tried inviting like a few group of friends to watch Rise of Skywalker, and there was this guy at my church who was like, oh, well, I've never seen it in the movies, but I'll go. And then I'm like, oh, well, you have time. It's like in 2 months. They're on Disney Plus. You can watch it right now. And I understand where he's coming from when he said this, but I felt like, what is so wrong with watching the film? He wanted me to make a video recapping the blah, 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 Star Wars films. I get the idea. That sounds fun. But I felt like, what is there to talk about? Just watch the movies. I don't need to make a YouTube
What are you
video.
talking about?
Dude, you can't make a video to recap.
Just recap.
Star Wars. Just recap the Star Wars franchise.
We know sand is bad.
How long does it take us to recap a 35-minute episode of The Mandalorian?
And you expect us to cap that entire thing into a nutshell? There was 3 different planets, all 3 of them blown up by 2 were named Death Star, 1 was Starkiller Base.
Yes.
Sand is bad.
And Luke,
There's
Luke
was
almost named Starkiller, but then they changed the name to Skywalker.
Yeah, there's no railings on any surface. OSHA hates that place. Nothing, absolutely nothing in that place is OSHA approved. And turn off any targeting computer because they're f***ing terrible. Okay, you can't hit anything with a targeting computer.
Oh no, you're not gonna hit anything with the targeting computer.
Yes.
Samurai Space Wizards, bad Samurai Space Wizards.
Yes. And two guys with severely bad breathing problems in General Grievous and Darth Vader.
Oh, yeah.
And why does General Grievous have, like, such a bad breathing problem? Like, he's a fucking cyborg, man. I don't understand him wheezing and coughing. Like,
well, like, all of his organs and stuff aren't, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But, like, I mean, again, so he's supposed to be, like, a badass, and, like, we just keep seeing him in Revenge of the Sith. He's just, like...
So underused. So underused. It's unbelievable.
If you watch the Clone Wars,
that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing.
Oh no, I've seen some
3 or 4, I think.
Wars. Yeah.
Really?
That too.
Yeah.
Well, like, you know, with the Clone Wars, I'm not even the episodes are all out of order. Like, not even in one season. Like, from season 1 to 5, like, episode 1 is literally an episode in season 2, and then you watch the movie, and then it's weird. I don't know, but it's great. I'm gonna send a list after this, just in case if y'all want to watch it correctly, because it's gonna be confusing, like hella confusing. I sent that to one of my buddies, and he was just like, "What the hell?" And I'm like, "I don't know. I didn't work."
But it works.
Yeah.
But it works.
It does. It helps. It really does help, and it just it's a pain.
Now back to your regularly scheduled program.
Okay. Yeah, and now back to the episode about. Now back to the actual episode we're here to talk about.
So, since we're on the topic about the clone thing, I guess it's not really a question about the episode, but it's what I had with myself about it. Like, if the Empire remnants need Baby Yoda's blood, right, and they use it for blood transfusion to make a clone, blah blah blah. Why Baby Yoda? Like, doesn't the Empire, at least some of them should know by now? Like, Luke is a Jedi. He's still around. He's like only 5 years older after Return of the Jedi. Leia's still around. I'm surprised they don't know anything about Ahsoka. Well, actually, no, scratch that. They think she's dead. Okay, but there's other people that I would assume they know, that are that.
Well, if Ahsoka is coming back into the fold, if Gideon or someone sees her, that they're probably going to put eyes on her. I don't know if.
Well,
now that you say that, Mark.
Yeah. Oh,
correct me if I'm wrong, but Ahsoka leaves the Jedi Order, correct?
Yeah.
So I don't think she would be on the radar.
True.
In retrospect, they're trying to keep a list of active Jedi.
Yeah. No, that you're right.
She's technically not a Jedi.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah. Even
so, maybe that's her reason, but I don't know where in this timeline where Luke builds his temple, has the temple, and the temple falls.
Yeah.
I don't know where that fits into the timeline, because if he has the temple, then I 100% understand why he's not on the radar.
Yeah.
But if it's after the temple falls, I can understand why.
Yeah. It's.
I mean, like, they're trying to do this as why Luke wouldn't be on their radar. They're trying to do this probably in like the easiest, like, down low possible way, and like going after Luke.
Yeah.
It just ain't gonna be easy. Like,
well, it's the same. It's the same thing with Leia, because one, if you're not a part of the OG group, you're not going to know that Leia has Force abilities.
Yeah.
You're just not. The first thing you see is Force ability and a lightsaber.
Yeah.
And she rarely ever uses it in it's a bullshit way in Last Jedi, but whatever.
They silently let her use it.
It's so bullshit, but I'm not going to get into that. She uses it, but she never carries around a lightsaber. So if you're really not like, if you're that lady in the theater with Steve, you're not going to know that she has Force Jedi. She don't have Jedi abilities.
Yeah.
So she might not be on the radar.
Yeah, that's a good point. Anyone who who wasn't an OG, like as Luke put it, I like that, instead of saying just nerds, we're OGs.
Yeah.
Like if you didn't know that Leia had Force abilities, you were in the theater watching Last Jedi, you would be like, wait.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
What is she doing?
Yeah. I guess that actually does answer my question, because I was just thinking about that. Like, if you're a part of this whole laboratory thing and you need more blood from a specimen with the higher M count, I would assume, hey, an entire person, that would be easier. But you're right. Like, it ain't gonna be easy with Luke. No, I'm pretty sure no one knows other than Luke that Leia has Force abilities. And then I guess adding to that, they ain't gonna know that, because by at this point in this timeline, I would think that Ben is alive, but he's only like 3 or 4 or something.
Yeah. Well, it all, like I said, it all depends on where the temple is at this point.
Yeah.
With Luke.
Yeah.
It all depends on that.
Yeah, that's true. It's just that was bugging me, like, when I watched it last night. Like why Baby Yoda, but why not these other people? And there's even characters that other Jedis that they haven't really full on answered yet, and I'm pretty sure they will give some light down the road, like Cal from
Cal Kestis.
Yeah, Cal Kestis from Fallen Order, or Ezra from Rebels. Like, they're still alive. We just don't know where they are. But yeah, I guess that's true. There was a few other, like, actually there was a few other things with this episode that I had like an issue with, and it's not like anything with the structure of the episode. It's just I didn't like this one dialogue scene. It's totally straying away from this. When they showed the X-Wing pilot and he comes in towards the end of the episode and, acts like a cop and stuff. The one dialogue scene that made me cringe, and I hated it, and I still hate it last night, was when he's talking to Kara and he's just like, oh, we need your help. Oh, it says here you're from Alderaan. I served at Alderaan. Did you lose people from Alderaan? And I'm like, bro, yes.
How about an entire planet, dude?
Yeah. Like, this guy, like, he acts like a cop. Like, what bug? Okay, I am going too much into this, like, in my thinking, but asking her for help in the Outer Rim. Hey, we need more people. Blah blah blah. Like, kind of kind of guilt trips her by saying, "Oh, it says here from Alderaan. I served in Alderaan. Did you lose people from Alderaan?" Kind of reminding her, "Oh, people died from the Empire. We need your help." Even if that wasn't his intention, it sounded like hell, like he did, and that pissed me off. I was if I was Kara, I would have been like, "Can you like f off already? Because you're being you served there, but you didn't live there. So don't give me this crap that you understand where I'm coming from."
Like you're a douchebag.
Bro,
it was annoying.
My entire planet was blown up by a star.
Yeah, it's like yes, I've lost somebody. I lost a lot of people.
Designed star. Had that one major flaw that somehow made it past the production.
Steve,
couldn't have put like a piece of plywood over that or something, man.
No,
Steve,
like anything.
But that goes to show you don't use the targeting system.
Sure.
Yep. Yeah. See.
Steve, with your hood up. Steve, with your hood up and you saying about like the flaw in the Death Star, you really do look like the Emperor. Like there was a flaw in the Death Star, and I'm pissed.
I can see that it's the shadows kind of like over my eyes down now too. Good right now. This is perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
everything is proceeding exactly.
Yes. Yes.
It kind of, I don't know if any of y'all seen the Star Wars Lego holiday special thing.
Hilarious.
Right? It's good.
Fucking hilarious.
I actually have not.
Steve, it's good. It's funny.
Yeah. They poke fun.
Check it out.
Yeah, they poke fun at the series, but in a good way. And it actually has it has good moments for a Lego movie. I was surprised. And they
drop in the Mandalorian, which is hilarious.
I love that. That
then
was so cool.
my favorite part, whatever, it might spoil it for you, but it's okay. So ipso facto, a younger Han Solo and an older Han Solo are together, and then Guido shows up, and he's like, "Do you want to shoot first?" And he's like, "By all means," and they both shoot him at the same time.
Dude,
hilarious. It's good.
As much as I like Rise of Skywalker, my favorite scene in that whole I mean, there's a lot of good scenes, but one of the scenes that I liked a lot was when Kylo Ren was like telling Darth Sidious, like, "Wait a minute, you sending Darth Vader to get Luke sets up the exact chain of events that will have you getting thrown off the Death Star." And then he looks in the camera and it's like, "And there's no coming back from that." And I feel like that's them telling J.J. Abrams like, that's a little
sketchy,
a little dumb. So they make fun of their own thing, and it's cool. Like it actually feels like if it was voiced by the original actor, it would have been a really good epilogue to Rise of Skywalker because it takes place like immediately afterwards. So I really liked it. It was cool, but the reason I bring that up is because the way the Emperor acts and stuff, like he brings up like, about, like I'm going to rule the galaxy with Death Star 2. And then Darth Vader's like, "Why don't we just call it Starkiller Base?" And it's like, that's stupid. That sounds dumb. Yeah. And so I guess you with your hood up, Steve, it kind of reminded me of that for some reason.
Hilarious.
Like, in a good way. Like it's awesome. What do you call it? I think, well, when it comes to this episode, like I said, before starting this roundtable review, I really had no questions to ask because other than the one about the clone stuff, that was like a big deal in this episode. I don't know if there was any topics y'all had about this or about this episode.
So, what's your foreshadow, Mark? Because I got this whole conspiracy theory right now.
What do you think it's going to happen in the next 4 episodes?
Yeah.
Well, next episode, blah blah blah, Ahsoka comes in, but I think there's gonna be like half of it is gonna be like him explaining Baby Yoda, Ahsoka explaining what the Jedi are because he doesn't know, and then
he's very very uninformed.
Yeah.
For a guy who spends his entire life just like wandering around the galaxy going into it, you'd feel like he'd have picked up a thing or two.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like the next episode, by the ending, Moff Gideon's going to show up at the planet. Ahsoka and him are going to fight the Moff Gideon. But as for the next 3, I have no, clue other than the possibility of maybe Bo-Katan coming back, obviously. Maybe Boba Fett comes back. Obviously, he will. The only story structure I could see is them copying last season where he asked for help from like his friends. So more likely, Cara Dune, Cobb Vanth from episode 1, from the first episode of this season.
Yep, that will absolutely. I think Cobb Vanth. We said that first episode. Cobb Vanth is going to be coming back.
Like he's gonna come back, and then, but the thing is, it's like, oh well, you know, I'm good with a blaster, but I don't have blah blah blah. And then so that'll kind of guilt trip Mondo to give him his armor, or maybe Bo-Katan will be all like, oh, we have extra crap, you could just keep it and just use it for.
We conveniently have an extra stockpile of Mandalorian armor that fits you perfectly.
Speaking of Mandalorian armor, is Cara in the smelting room at the beginning of the episode?
Yeah.
Is that the smelting room?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's that. That's a cool little tidbit, I guess.
Yeah.
2, why are all of those creatures
right?
I understand you have a nutsack on your face, but like, why you gotta be a dick all the time? Like bro, somebody got your arm cut off because you were in a bar, and then you're the one stealing stuff, and you wonder why you get shot.
Yeah.
Like, you're an asshole. So,
and people just cut off arms and shoot people for hardly anything in this universe. So, like, don't be.
No one loses limbs in this universe. What are you talking about?
Yeah, it's totally
family-friendly universe.
Yes, yeah.
Jedi are the worst police force ever.
Yes. Oh yeah, no, like exactly. No, I agree. Like, dude, like, if you once you get towards the middle ending of Clone Wars, they go delve into that crap. Like, I hate the Jedi by the ending of the series, because
dude, in Revenge of the Sith, they literally like, we need to ensure that this person wins the election so that we can keep our power. It's like, you want to interfere in democracy.
Boy, does that sound familiar.
To give yourself powers.
Yeah.
No, and they just wander around, act with impunity, just kill people. Like, they have. Yeah. Do they have any non-lethal way of taking you down? Like, I've never seen them with a taser, and like, even I don't know. Yeah, you can say that like he doesn't kill that dude when he chops his arm off.
Yeah.
He just chopped his arm off.
Listen,
unless the lightsaber cauterizes the wound.
Listen, just because, like, it's the biggest argument I have. I'm like, dude. First, he's like, well, he's not around anymore, so you killed him. Well, no, if he's a bad guy, I killed him, but it's not killing if he was bad.
Yeah.
Okay, so you still killed somebody, right? Well, if you look on the lighter side of it, no, you killed him.
The Jedi are like, no, we don't kill, except for
he's sleeping.
Except for millions of stormtroopers and sentient droids and anyone who stands in our way.
Yeah, he's sleeping.
Of interfering in democratic elections.
Boy, does that sound familiar,
right? Yeah. There was a
trade routes.
There was there's an episode in the last season of Clone Wars where like a little scene where there's these two sisters that don't like the Jedi. And Ahsoka asks them like why, and they give their whole backstory. And they literally kind of retcon a older episode where the Jedi are chasing after a bounty hunter. It's all during Coruscant. One of the ships crashes into a building because they're fighting him. And during that episode, I remember like, man, that's kind of weird. Like, they don't give like, is anyone going to help out that freaking building of civilians or whatever?
Yeah.
And then it turns out the two sisters are like, oh, well, while they were fighting, that killed our mother. Yeah. And then the Jedi comes in. They mention Luminara or somebody, and that the only thing she could say is, oh, your parents are with the Force now. Thank you. Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, What? You caused wreckage. You killed a freaking parent, and you think, because they're with the Force now, it's fine. That made me upset because that feels very like blood.
That's the generic way of saying sorry, I guess.
Yeah. And
your life sucks, kid.
And even
you lost your parents in this world. In this universe, I've never heard somebody losing their parents in this universe.
Right?
Never heard of it.
You lost your parents in this universe? Well, that probably means you're destined for.
Yeah, you have a bigger role.
Galaxy or conquer the galaxy. So.
Yeah.
You actually got a pretty good shake of things here, kid.
Yeah.
It's like the Jedi, just like, I ain't ever seen a person with two grown parents. Oh wait, something dumb like that.
Oh wait.
But like, it's a dumb thing, with the Jedi at least. Like, even Ahsoka, like when Anakin and Obi-Wan have to go save Palpatine in like literally like 10 minutes before the events of Episode 3. They have to go to Mandalore, but Obi-Wan changes the course because they're like, oh, the Chancellor needs us. And then Ahsoka makes a point like, people need you, but you're rushing to save the Chancellor because what? Like, there's other Jedi to save him. And it's like, it was the first time in this whole series that made me hate Obi-Wan because he acted very political and he didn't really give crap about all of Mandalore getting taken. It was stupid. Anyway, I'm just a little... I'm hearing something. Is that me or is that
I don't
there's someone yelling in the yard next to me.
It's
just typical, so that could be it.
Okay. I heard something.
I'll let you know if there's a gunshot or anything.
Okay. Yeah, it's normal Boston stuff. I'm joking.
It actually is normal Boston.
Yeah. Quite normal.
Right. What does that? Do you have other stuff? Because I don't.
So my whole foreshadowing, I don't know about the next 4, maybe the next 2. I could definitely see Gideon tracking them to the planet with Ahsoka.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gideon's showing up now.
I can definitely see that. Or those Death Troopers he has, or what are those? Does anybody know? I couldn't really get a good look at them. I couldn't really tell what they were.
What my friend Ryan told me is that they looked like Dark Troopers, which are like they're from a video game. They're from the Force Awakens. No, they're the Force Unleashed video game. But they're like specially enhanced stormtroopers that are like super like I don't know, hard to kill and stuff. But, but I couldn't get a good lock on their
I couldn't either, and I was like, well, maybe they're clones of Force users, but I was like, well, if they only could get 2 weeks out of one, I highly doubt he has a whole army of these things, like kicking it for a while. So I was like, well, if anything, they're like advanced Death Troopers, I guess.
Yeah.
But so he'll have his entire clan with him. Probably go there. Mando will figure out he's being tracked eventually, so he'll get that tracking device off there.
Yeah.
I really see one of two situations. One, he tracks him to the planet. 2, just completely takes Baby Yoda, end of episode.
Yeah.
2, they track him to the planet. They find them. And instead of giving them Baby Yoda, they either, 1, capture Baby Yoda and trade him for Ahsoka, or Ahsoka tries to rescue Baby Yoda by herself because she thinks she can do it, and she gets captured too. End of episode.
Yeah.
One of those two situations.
I'll go by your word because this episode was literally what you said last week. So I'm like, damn. What about you, Steve? What do you think might happen in the next 4 episodes?
Yeah, I mean, well, for one, there's no way that Mando and Baby Yoda just landed on Navarone or whatever the name of the planet is. I always screw up the names. Navarro. Just landed there, went and hung around for a few hours, shot up an Imperial base, blew up a bunch of TIE fighters, and Gideon's not gonna know that they were there.
Yeah.
And not have a way to track them. And like Luke said, there's probably a tracking device stuck right in his ship by someone.
Yeah,
because they still own the planet basically. And yeah, I see Ashoka getting captured because didn't she do that a lot in the show anyway?
yeah, but in the beginning of Clone Wars, because she's like 15 in the beginning of the show, and then and then later on she could handle it.
Like you guys said, this is going to bring another Jedi onto Gideon's radar.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, obviously Ashoka is going to end up on his radar. So I think something like that could happen.
Yeah.
Again, man, I'm not complaining,
mm-hmm.
but when are we going to find out what Boba's up to?
I actually kind of agree because I'm kind of like, it's not one of those things
Hello?
where. Oh, can you hear me? Oh,
guys,
you there?
Hello.
Hey.
Yeah. Are you there? Are you there yet? Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
This episode has been brought to you by Verizon Wireless.
Yeah, gee, with this Verizon Wireless internet, it's really amazing. I can't get enough of it. Then I just look to the side like, can I get my check now, please?
Yeah.
No, I agree. Even if Boba Fett is not like a story-centric thing to what's going on with the plot, the fact that they did that little teaser and then in the first episode, sure, that brought in a lot of viewers, but we want something to come up of that. There is a interesting.
Yeah, I don't. If they just had Boba like stare at his ship for 1 second, and that was it for the season, I'm gonna be kind of pissed.
Yeah. It's just. I don't know. It's just something like that. There's also like when it comes to Boba Fett, that's the only thing I could think of because I can't think of any plot relevance that would have them.
That's the problem. I think they kind of worked themselves into a problem. Like I don't see where he comes back in naturally.
Yeah.
Without him just being forced back in somehow.
Yeah.
We're like, how the fuck did you even know we were here on this planet? Like, last time we saw you look like a Tusken Raider. Like,
right?
How do you know where we were?
Yeah. So it's. I have no idea. Like that's what I've been trying to figure out. At least when it comes to Boba Fett, but everything else, kind of, even the filler stuff, kind of feels like it's towards the linear story path. Like, looking for Mandalorians, now looking for a Jedi. Even though with this episode, it kind of like did a little pit stop. It was fine because it kind of felt like a cool continuation of season 1. You go back to Navarro, you see Cara Dune, you see everyone else. But with Ahsoka coming back, and then we're kind of in this whole Moff Gideon heavy storyline. Yeah. Boba Fett just seems like okay, I guess we'll see you next season. That's my theory, is that he won't show up until like the last episode for another 2-second thing. But maybe show up and have it be a cliffhanger. Like maybe he gets his armor back, or he
maybe bails Mando out at like the end of an episode.
Yeah,
he's in a tight situation. Maybe all of a sudden Boba just comes around the corner with a blaster and just starts blowing people. People away, and then we'll all like collectively go crazy. Yep.
All is forgiven.
We'll all collectively go crazy and hand you more money.
Dude, I don't know how I'm gonna handle. Actually, it's Sunday, so this week's episode because I've been like geeking out for this for like this whole show, even beforehand and stuff. I did like my whole Clone Wars review video stuff on my channel because I really love the Clone Wars. So I'm kind of like, I don't know. I'm pretty excited for this upcoming episode. I'm so surprised it's an hour long. I don't know how I'm gonna watch it because I think one of my friends wants to wait in line from 9 p.m. till the morning at GameStop to get a PS5. So I'm kind of thinking about ditching that just so I can watch the episode, or bring in my phone and just watch it there. But I don't know. It's whatever. But is there anything else you guys like? Any closing thoughts y'all had on this episode? Because I feel like I said all I can because I think it was a great episode, but I can't. There wasn't really how do you call it? Like any meat, like anything.
I mean, again, great filler episode.
Yeah.
Don't complain about it. It is what it is. Okay.
Are you referring to me or the fans?
The fans.
Okay, I was like
fans.
Okay, I was like, I
don't complain about it. Just because, listen, you paid for a month subscription. You're getting an episode every week. Like, it's not like you're getting gypped. You're not getting one episode a month. Like, okay.
Yeah. And
you're getting it every week.
What is it? $7 a month?
Yeah, you get one every week. Like, relax. It's fine. Yeah. I'm really excited. One, because I don't follow anything on the Mandalorian because I don't want to see anything. If I see anything, it's in our group chat.
Yeah.
So knowing the fact that all of the episodes in the trailers are now gone, I'm completely excited for what's to come.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I have no idea. This is the first time probably since The Force Awakens that I really have no idea what direction they're going to take it.
Same.
So I'm really excited about it.
Yeah, no, I'm excited too. It feels like it's kind of like the fact that these episodes come out like at midnight or whatever region you're in. For me, it's 2:00. There's the next 4 episodes are going to have like zero footage of what they're going to show or any images or anything. It's kind of cool. It feels like you're waking up to a completely new Star Wars movie without even seeing the trailer. It brings in a lot of excitement that I haven't had since The Force Awakens.
Yeah.
So
you get 4 episodes a month. Quit complaining.
True.
Like, you get 4 episodes a month
for $7.
For $7.
Yeah.
So at some point, yes, there might be a boring episode, but even if it's boring, it's still funny. Like Baby Yoda's like, yo, give me them cookies. And that kid's like, no. He's like, I'm taking those cookies. Give me them cookies. And then at the end, he's like on a roller coaster.
Shoot stuff.
Yeah. And then he's on a roller coaster at the end. And he's like, how'd you feel, kid? And he's like, like, it's funny. It's funny. Yeah. It was action-packed and it's funny. Like, what else do you want in a short 35-minute episode?
A 35-minute episode about a bounty hunter.
Yeah.
Star Wars.
You never see his face.
Yeah.
Like, what else do you want?
Oh, I have one question before we wrap this up.
Okay.
So we can all speculate about it until next week. So he's drinking coffee there, right? When he's drinks through the mask. Okay, 2 things actually.
Okay.
1, how does he drink through the mask? 2, what kind of coffee does Mando drink?
Right.
So 1, if you listen like really, really closely, because I was in my office by myself, you can actually hear him lift, and you can hear like air.
Yeah. Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, he just like
so sort of, kind of, not all the way up, but if you listen really close, you can hear like an airlock like release on it, and you can do that. But he takes his coffee definitely black for sure.
Yeah. I mean, he's got to be like hot black coffee, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I drink it black too because I had a feeling me and Mando were like
if there's anything, it might be a little bit of that weird milk that Luke pushes out of a tit.
Yeah. That's
oh my god.
Like straight out of that probably. But
wait.
Why did they make that a pun?
Dude,
it's hilarious.
Why is that in the movie?
You have no idea how much when I saw the behind the scenes for The Last Jedi, that creature took like maybe $100,000 to make. They had to airlift it with a helicopter, all for a gag, and it made me like so upset. Like, you wasted that much money for a quick second scene that nobody likes. And then I see a review from on YouTube where just unironically, and I thought he was joking, this guy saying, oh, that's the best scene in Star Wars because it shows how weird the series is just with this one shot. I'm like, what? That shot?
No, it's just funny how Luke's all cracked out now.
No, it's not. It pisses me off.
Yeah, Luke's a crackhead now.
Yeah, Luke's a crackhead now. So
you know how much a few weeks ago I went to see The Empire Strikes Back in theaters safely. And there's that scene where they're about to do the Battle of Hoth, and then the co-pilot of Luke is all like, I feel like I could take the whole Empire by myself. And then Luke's like, I know the feeling. And it feels very like genuine and heartwarming and stuff, because he did the whole Death Star thing. Cut to Last Jedi, he's like, what, do you think I'm gonna help you and all this stuff? And I'm like, it just sucks. It's like seeing your hero. I mean, I know that's part of a story.
You live to see yourself long. What is it from Batman?
You
either die a hero
or live long enough to see yourself become a villain.
Yeah.
Oh,
you might not be a villain, but he's
okay.
vitriol.
Here's another thing that we can speculate on.
Wow, speculation Sunday.
Do I die a hero or live long enough to see myself become a villain?
I don't know. You are a Patriots fan.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Oh yeah, I've been the villain for the last 20 years.
Yeah.
Oh.
So.
All right. Yeah. So I guess I have to die a hero.
That has been Ben Roethlisberger's career. That is Ben Roethlisberger's career. If he does not die a hero, he will die becoming the villain. So.
God, am I in an episode of ITL? There's sports.
Yes.
And I'm like,
and back to our regularly scheduled programming.
Yeah, right. You know how crazy it is when I'm editing this, and you guys have, like, even on chats, you guys have jokes about sports stuff, and I'm just the guy in the side of the corner, like, that's funny, and I have to Google what you guys are talking about. I like all the time, I have to Google what it is that you all talk about. And then the joke or the banter makes sense. You know how many times I have to hear Miles yell about stuff?
Well, Miles just yells to yell. You're good.
Yeah, Miles is just always yelling.
Yeah. But like him or anybody else, like about any sports stuff. Like when you guys mentioned the Patriots, or when it comes to NBA, now it's like Celtics stuff or whatever. I'm like, let me Google this.
Yeah.
Because there has been situations where I don't put on full info, and I think Kenny or even your brother Paul got upset. And not upset in a mean way, but like, hey, about the way I edited the video, and I'm just like, my bad. Like I don't know any of this stuff. So I'm learning on this journey.
Yes.
So. We literally just grabbed like a total nerd guy, and we're like, hey, you can be our sports video editing guy.
Right? No, that's what happened. I don't.
Yeah. I've been saying, I built the roster at Blue Collar Media Group.
Yeah.
Very Bill Belichick-esque.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went bargain hunting.
Yeah.
On some of these guys, and it played off because I can see the value.
Yeah.
I go with value picks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Tyler is alive.
Yeah, I just saw that he is having trouble sleeping, which is understandable. I get it. I feel bad now. Having him.
I don't.
Oh well, of course. Like I don't give a crap.
I've been awake since 7:30. I don't care.
Like, oh my God.
So have I, but I didn't have to work.
Yeah. Oh, well, I mean,
if you're tuning in, we were talking about sports. Well, they were, and I'm just like, what the hell? I'll listen to this. Yeah. It's great. Anyway, I guess if that's pretty much it for this episode. It's a good filler. It's not even a bad filler. I know I keep saying that every episode, but this one is a much better like story wise, because you're going back to season 1 with these characters, and I had fun with it. It's a fun little thing. I know I've seen a few of my friends online get a little upset, like, oh, Ahsoka never showed up and blah 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 blah. Luckily,
who called that one?
We told you guys she wasn't going to show up. Did they not listen to the Mandalorian?
I know.
They don't listen to our reviews. We told you she wasn't.
We told you.
Two of them I know for sure do, but I think what had happened is like, it's just like, oh well, because they think they're Star Wars guys, so like, oh, Ahsoka's gonna show up, but everything kind of went through that linear path, and then when they announced the title and who was directed by Carl Weathers and stuff, I'm like, okay, it's not gonna happen, because the next episode the reason I know for sure Ahsoka's in it, it's that it's directed and written by Dave Filoni, who's the he was the other X-Wing pilot in Episode 2, but he created the Clone Wars. He created Ahsoka, the character. So who better to direct that whole episode and write it is the guy who made the character.
And I love Carl Weathers, but I don't want Carl Weathers directing
doing that. Yeah.
Jedi scenes. What Carl Weathers just directed, that's what Carl Weathers can direct. I don't need. It's a national treasure. We don't need him directing lightsaber battles.
Yeah. I mean,
is there going to be a lightsaber battle in Mando?
Yes, I hope. I think so.
Or like a lightsaber versus Gideon's darksaber or whatever he's got. Yeah, I mean, hey.
The actor who plays Moff Gideon kind of spoiled months ago that during his scenes he kept breaking the prop darksaber maybe 6-7 times because he was going so hard, going intense with it, and people were like, okay, who's he fighting against with a lightsaber? Because he said specifically a lightsaber fight, and so more likely it's Ahsoka, maybe Luke, but that's just a dumb theory someone had, and I'm like, there's no way Luke would show up.
I don't think they have the budget for Mark Hamill.
There's no way Mark Hamill.
And yes, Mark Hamill can demand quite a lot of money from Disney at this standpoint in his life.
Yeah.
If they want Mark Hamill's just going to be like, $25 million for 30 seconds.
Brilliant. Yeah, no, he could do that, and and the thing is the reason people think Luke is because Mark Hamill, he made his own fan cast of getting the guy who plays the Winter Soldier in Captain America to play a young Luke because they look similar. They look
Chris Evans. Yeah.
Oh no, Sebastian Stan.
Sebastian Stan.
Yeah. And they look so similar to each other. Well, he looks like Luke back in the 80s, and so people are saying get him. People want Billy. People want Billy Lord, the Carrie Fisher's daughter, to play a younger version of Leia. Because if you were to do some, what do you call it? Give her the right clothing and hairstyle, she looks exactly like her. So it's a possibility, but I don't think they would throw that in right away.
Mark, honestly, if there's anything I see happening before Mark Hamill shows up, is I'm seeing Darth Maul before anything.
Yeah, dude. Honestly, I see Darth Maul coming into the show before I see
Mark
Hamill himself.
If there's long shot odds, I would see Darth Maul before I would see Mark Hamill in this.
You're not wrong there. I mean, you're not wrong. I mean, the way.
Well, he's got a lot to do with the Clone Wars and shit, doesn't he?
Yeah. Technically.
And I've seen so many clips being put together of him having half a robot body.
Yeah.
I've seen so many clips of it. I don't know if it's from the Clone Wars plus whatever. Yeah. I haven't got that far in the Clone Wars yet.
Yeah.
But I see him showing up and fighting for Mandalore before Mark Hamill would show up, if that would be even a possibility.
It's definitely a thing they can do. I mean, even for Solo, and the last season of Clone Wars, they really utilize both Ray Park and Sam Witwer, who does the voice. They get Ray Park, who played him Episode 1, and then they get Sam Witwer to do the voice, and they don't have to, but he voices him in the Clone Wars and Rebels. And so when they did the choreography against Darth Maul and Ahsoka, they used mocap, and they actually got Ray Park to do all the movements and stuff. Reason I say this, it's a possibility. I could happen. I don't want to spoil too much stuff on it, but I guess you're right. I don't want to see Luke, but I know that's something.
I don't think Ray Park's all that busy nowadays either.
Yeah.
Nah. He's
I know who Ray Park is, but I don't think he's got all that much going on.
Yeah.
He's a great guy.
You mean Ray Park's awesome?
Strictly budgetary reasons, it would be Ray Park over Mark Hamill.
Yeah.
Strictly budgetary, it would be that.
Yeah. The cost-wise, there is a galaxy of a difference between Hamill and Ray Park.
Right? Oh my god. Well, I if there's any other closing thoughts you guys have on this episode,
No.
No, right? It was fine. It was a good.
No, I mean we already covered how much Ray Park and Mark Hamill cost. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've covered football. We've covered how terrible sand is.
Yeah.
How there's no railings in any sort of fashion or way.
How I got
Targeting
mad at
systems suck.
Force Awakens.
The Force Awakens, Dark Cloning. I mean, I don't know what else you want. People.
Ray Rice.
Ray Park. I mean, Mark Hamill is clearly getting paid.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mark
I
Hamill
don't know
makes
what else
money.
you want. Damn.
Yeah.
Don't know what else you want.
Mark Hamill has money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you're watching this episode, you got more information than you needed from this one episode of this, the Mandalorian. So it's really
like
great.
that guy who wanted you to do a recap video of all the Star Wars movies, man.
That would be a fucking nightmare.
Maybe the four of us should do that.
Oh my god.
Just make her like a jokey review, just going on just primarily on each movie or something.
That actually would be actually be kind of a fun idea.
I can see the joy in Luke's face on that, so that'd be great.
Oh man.
Yeah, I remember when I got told that really it kind of upsetted me, but I couldn't, since I'm at a church, I couldn't be all like what the hell, but whatever. Anywho, I guess I'll wrap up this episode of our roundtable review. Before I close out, starting with Steve, where can people find you?
You can find me at Rosner_Steven on Twitter. Usually they're shooting the shit about sports or weather or
just
something
nerd stuff or really anything. I run my mouth a lot on social media.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's been instances where you guys I think it was a long time ago, but I think you guys were talking about Dre got mentioned about a killer kite or something, and I'm like, what is this? What's going on? And so I had to make a video on it because I wanted to, but it was really funny. It was random banner, but I liked it.
That was a great time. I love that video.
Yeah, I love it. It was great. What about you, Luke? Where could people find you?
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter at Hearts on Hockey. We release a podcast called The Blue Lock Boys every Friday morning, so you can get your gambling picks in. The last 3 weeks we're actually 9-3, so we're hopefully winning you some money here. But be sure to check out the Blue Collar Media website at www.bluecollarmg.com for all the latest tips and gambling props for your weekend and all your money needs.
Sweet. Yeah, and everyone watching this, be sure to follow them on Twitter. Go to bluecollarmedia.com. I'll put links down here in the description. But thank you guys for joining in on this again. I'm really excited for the next week's episode, obviously, and I promise next week won't be 2 hours long. I'll contain myself on that. But as always, thanks for watching this. Thanks guys for joining me, and have a great day. All right.
Sand is coarse.
Sand is coarse.